Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're a veteran, welcome back. Today, Hans is going to discuss the difference between
personal protection, area protection, protection dog, guard dogs, and apprehension dogs.
Okay. There's been people say that have
people
this
mixing
dog
it up, including law enforcement. I was just once talking about protection dogs, and I got yelled, we don't call them protection dogs, we call them apprehension dogs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different thing, okay? The simple, and there's combination of those two, like an estate protection dog, right? So estate would be family protection and area protection dog. The guard dog, so-called guard dog, usually refers to the dog working independently, protecting property.
Mm-hmm. Like a junkyard.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be. Junkyard dog is a guard dog.
There seems to be like an aura.
It's a subsection, right?
Okay.
It's just, if you put your dog in the backyard, your personal protection dog, he's working as a guard dog.
Okay.
Because if somebody walks by, he's going to bark on him. What makes him guard dog is that the dog is independent. His natural protectiveness and training makes him to be aggressive towards people who violate the fight line, the fight circle, as we talked about before. Yeah. And so when the person comes to certain distance from the property or from the dog will start barking. Mm-hmm. That's a guard dog. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, personal protection dog can also work as a guard dog, but personal protection dog is a dog who protects your person. Mm-hmm. Right? So and protection dog, again, we can talk about the vectors. In protection, the vectors go against each other, So here is a bad guy, and here is a dog. Mm-hmm. That's a
they're colliding basically eventually.
Yeah, that's a personal protection. That's what makes the dog to be aggressive and protective.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's based on defense drive. Okay.
Not prey.
Not prey. Right. Now, the prey works in personal protection if the vectors turn around and the person runs away and the dog can go as far as the fence let him. That feels good, right? But that's prey. So that prey works as a relief for the dog.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one, and makes the dog feel good. That's the guard dog makes him feel good, right? Mm-hmm. So there is an aspect of a prey drive in it. Mm-hmm. The prey in defense very rarely, if ever, is standing alone. Mm-hmm. There's always combination of both, in it.
Yeah.
And so then the guard dog likes when he barks at people, they run away. Mm-hmm. So he barks more.
Yeah.
And that's what guard dog is, right? Yeah. So, I used to have a contract with a bunch of junkyards and businesses, and they would have a dog there, and I would, their own dog, and I would go and, I was going home late at night from wherever, movies or something, and I would be driving by let's pull over here, and I get there and start banging on the fence and agitating the dog, and he would frothing from the mouth, bloody saliva, wanna kill me. Okay, go home, $100.
Wasn't there this older lady? I remember you said there was this. What was the breeder? The dog.
The big Anatolian dog. Shepherd.
Anatolian Shepherd. Yeah, you got this dog. Somebody. Got it from,
that's a good one. Then we have a personal protection or family protection or estate protection, and that could be one type. That type of dog is a dog which has the same training right? But personal protection, could be a social kind of dog who is just okay with you. I remember I sold this dog, solid black dog, to this guy down in Argentina, and that dog, was, everybody was, as far as the dog was concerned,
Enemy.
of like, needed to be killed, if he made some fast motion or something like that.
Yeah.
I had a dog like that too.
Yeah.
It was a great dog. His name was Jake. It was probably the best dog I ever had.
Yeah.
Jake was awesome.
Yeah.
He was a true samurai. I remember once I trained a protection dog in Scottsdale, and so I parked my car behind the people's house. It was a shady tree, so I found shaded, and I cracked the windows. So it wasn't really hot yet, and we are training. We are training their dog protection, and suddenly I see Jake, flying pulling himself over the wooden cedar fence, kind of coming help me, like, what the hell is going on, buddy? I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. I said, how the hell did he get out?
Oh, I remember that story.
Yeah.
You figured it out eventually.
And Jake. Yeah, it was a great dog. Anyway, so I went and looked. I said, how did he get out of the car, right? Because I left only like 4 inches gap for the air.
Yeah.
And I come there and there's just a bunch of glass on the ground. I said, well, he probably broke it with his head or somehow. And so I went somewhere else. Like, I fixed the window, and like 3-4 days later, I go in. Again, Jake is right next to me. Like, are we kicking ass or what's going on here, right?
Come on, Dad.
And again, window broken, right? So finally, I figured it out. What he did, he would go and grab the window with his teeth and just broke it, and the safety glass would shatter, and he just got out. So I solved it by opening the window on the driver's side all the way down and chaining him up to the loop through which the seat belt goes, the steel loop there on the column of the car.
Yeah.
And I made sure that he could not reach out of the car, right? So he could come about 4 inches to the inside edge of the window of the car, right? So if somebody walked by, he couldn't bite them unless they stick the hand inside.
Yeah. Wasn't there money, like the envelope?
Oh, yeah. I sold this dog. Actually, I remember even her name, so her name was Laika, I think. And he gave me envelope in cash. It was like $8,000 or something. A lot of money.
Yeah.
And he says, well, let's go inside for a while. So I throw the money on the seat and left the window open.
Yeah.
And he just got like, you leave that $8,000 laying just on the seat? I said, go ahead. Take it out. It's the safest spot in Phoenix for that money. Jake there. And Jake was kind of dog who didn't bark much. He was kind of like that gangster dog. What the hell?
Gero?
Gero.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just like a Gero. He would wait for you to come close enough, and then he would fuck you up.
I don't know which is worse.
That's
pretty bad.
Yeah, and Jake, man, I put a picture of him with me and Jake, of him with me.
Is that where you're sitting in front of the house? Is that
no? That's Dargo.
Okay.
Jake is like I'm much younger, about 40. I think I have a blue. I'm kind of kneeing down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember.
Whatever. I'll put it up.
Okay.
And so that was personal protection dog. Wouldn't be a very good family protection dog, but it could be.
Yeah.
But it would be more like a dog for somebody who cooks meth, right, or something like that.
Like the movie Breaking Bad or something.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's
dog
Jake would be like a star in there.
Or did you see that movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No, but you said there's a scene
Oh
in
man,
there.
there is this Brad Pitt is playing this junk, he's doing drugs, and this girl gives her a ride like for hitchhiking, and she gave him this cigar and says, if you want a good time, smoke this. And it was laced with LSD or something like that, and he goes for a walk,
And he smokes it.
and he smokes it, and then he comes home and he started doing like this with his hand, and he could see like thousands,
Yeah.
He said, "Oh wow, man!"
Yeah.
And then these guys, break in his house, and he has this pit bull, and the dog just,
It's not pretty.
no, but it was done really well. It's like the ultimate. That dog should get an Oscar for,
Oh,
for
the performance.
for the performance of the personal protection dog. And you can go on YouTube or somewhere and find that scene.
Now it's your job, guys, to rent the movie.
Yeah. And the whole movie
And
is
report back to Hans.
The whole movie is great. It's.
I know. I
It's
kind of know about
inspired.
it a bit,
It's inspired
by
Mason. Charles Mason. And all that. Except here it ends up a little different. They actually kick ass. The hippies get kicked ass. The bad guys. What is it? Trenton?
Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
That's a movie. He made. And I like his movies. Anyway, that would be personal protection dog, not necessarily good family. It could be good family protection dog or estate protection. So the estate protection dog is a dog who protects whole estate, and a lot of work the estate dogs may do if you have like a security, super security, like a lot of the wealthier people have a live-in security guy, and he may have a dog, and that would be like a estate dog, and they check for explosives in the cars and and stuff like that. So that's all comes under estate dog, estate protection dog, and it's good with children and family and wife and and all those people. The best dogs for that are German Shepherds, and because they're very discriminative, genetically. And then, so we talked about guard dogs, right?
Yeah.
And then we talk about personal protection dog, and then we have an apprehension dog. What is apprehension dog? Apprehension dogs are basically the number one function of apprehension is what law enforcement has, right? Only very rarely the dog actually protects the cop against the bad guy, which would be protection dog. So the apprehension dogs, the vectors, are going same direction. The bad guy runs and the dog is after him. So that's apprehension dog, protection dog, area protection dog, apprehension dog. Does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And
there's going to be a test after this, guys. So you guys are not getting off that easy. So there's going to be...
yeah. No kidding, man.
Yeah. Hans is going to show up at your door, knock, and then
wake you up at 2 o'clock at night.
Rattle it.
What is a guard dog?
Rattle the door.
What are the vectors in protection dogs?
No.
What kind of vector has an apprehension dog? Parallel vectors. One follows the other. Yeah.
But
so the cops, they chasing the bad guy, so the dog tracks and and that's so-called what I call unfriendly tracking. Friendly tracking would be search and rescue. Unfriendly tracking would be ending up with bite work. And so the apprehension dog is basically dog who chases guy who runs faster than the cop. Okay. Which I don't blame him. If I would be cop, it's a force multiplier, right?
Yeah.
You go and you go get him, man.
Yeah, I'll finish it. Don't worry about it.
When I catch up, we'll handcuff him and and knock the guy down. That's when we start doing the the Book of Five Rings, the
Oh,
knockdown,
yeah.
and then we have the video, the Canine Art of War.
Yeah.
You know, how to help the dog to do protection. That's a video for sale. It's, I think, one of the best videos I ever made.
Yeah.
But it's
They've been
not-
selling. Well, I mean, not as nearly as much, but since we started doing the podcast, you've been selling some.
Yeah, it's really good. And I never found anybody who made any similar thing until I found this one guy in France, and he sent me the CD. Back then it was CD. And it wouldn't play here in the United States because the system was different. So I couldn't watch it, really, unfortunately. I lost contact on him. And he was a cool guy. We talked over the ocean on phone about this type of stuff. He says, I never found anybody, you know, and he saw my video way back then.
Oh, wow.
And he says, oh, I'm so happy that I run into you because I do teach the same thing and nobody else does it. Right?
So, guys, everybody, you're going to, after the podcast is done, you're going to purchase Canine Art of War video.
Yeah. That's your
Yes.
duty.
That's your duty. If you love Hans,
If you love me.
then you will purchase it.
Yeah, if you love
See,
me.
we can do this, Hans. We can like
Play on emotions, right?
Yeah, like make him feel guilty. Like
Yeah.
not buying the video.
Yeah, like the mother in Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh,
You
the
know,
mom. Yeah.
She always says, I cooked for you
Yeah.
and you won't eat it.
I gave birth to you.
You better.
Yeah, Hans gave you all this knowledge, and you don't buy Canine Art of War.
Yeah, why do you think I'm doing it? So you can buy these things.
Yeah. We're gonna guilt people into buying it. What's your marketing secret, Hans? Selling all the videos. Oh, we guilt people into
To
purchasing.
buying it.
Oh, okay. You're gonna develop a new system of marketing, guilt. Guilt.
Yeah. So, you know, you have the apprehension, right? And the apprehension dog is based mainly on no defense drive by prey drive.
Yeah.
But the import, as far as I'm concerned, and that's where I'm iconoclast.
Here comes Hans. Here's
know,
the load of.
You gotta start
Yeah.
always with defense because I want to make sure that the dog, when he's chasing the bad guy in prey,
Yeah.
he understands that the bad guy is not a rabbit, but it's an enemy who can hurt him. So that when he catches up with the guy and he gets kicked in the head, the dog knows how to deal with it.
Yeah, and we see this in the. You see, I mean, this is all over YouTube, but the protest situations, right? When they're protesting, people protest like that's a perfect situation.
Well, that's a crowd control.
I know, but I'm just saying the vectors are right coming together.
That's protection.
Yeah.
That's the time where the cops can use the dog as a protection dog. It's the crowd control.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the vectors. They're coming right.
Yeah, they're coming
Colliding.
this way in area in crowd control.
Yeah.
Right. You know, but most cops, if they play their hand correctly,
The guys.
they have a backup and all that,
Yeah.
and they have a gun,
Yeah.
and they don't need the dog to protect them. They just need the dog to catch somebody. Now the dog still needs to have the ability to protect the officer, but it's very rarely happening. So, like the civilians, you know, or executives and stuff, or family, they need protection dog, which is different from law enforcement dog. A lot of times people think, you know, the cops, you know, they have a good protection dog. They have apprehension dogs mainly.
Yeah.
And the protection is also part of their training, but 90+% of their activity as a police dogs, they are apprehension dogs. They open doors, so go get him, and dog runs and gets him.
Point it.
Yeah. That's why Malinois are okay with that.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this content so far, please subscribe to our channel. Also, Hans has a podcast channel called Dog Training for Life. Check that out so you can listen to the audio version.
You know, they don't need a big heart of a German Shepherd.
Except in the video that we're going to put up right now in front of the White House.
Oh, yeah, you should have put it again.
That's just for so you guys can watch it again.
Yeah, the dog with high drive and a little heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so that's about it. And there's so why I'm talking about it is, you know, number one, I'm on internet, and a lot of people they're a little confused about these different kinds of dogs, and then when they discuss, the training, they get confused.
Yeah.
It gets confused. The terminology is really important. If I say protection dog or apprehension dog, I'm looking at two different dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now there may be dog who has both. Like a good police dog should be protection and apprehension.
Yeah.
But 90% of function of law enforcement dog is apprehension.
Yeah.
Now, of course, when the dog catches up with the bad guy, and the bad guy starts challenging the dog, now the dog is in defense mode, so he's in protection.
Yeah.
Or maybe, flip the, as I say, toggle switch.
Well, he's about 100 yards out, and the guy getting bit, he's going to sometimes fight the dog, too.
Well, most of the time they don't fight.
Yeah.
But there are people who do,
Yeah. What do you do now?
Yeah.
So you want to equip the dog. That's the whole idea there, the training. You want complete training.
Yeah, so the apprehension dog is prey drive, protection dog is defense drive, and prey drive, and area protection, or so-called guard dog, is a defense drive, territorial defense, defense,
Yeah.
for protection of the area.
Yeah.
So like you sit in the home and somebody walks by your house and dog barks, well, that's a guard dog function.
Yeah. That's what you want. You're protecting your home.
So if you train a really good dog, you should have it all in there.
Yeah.
But each of these aspects are trained different way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it.
That's it, everyone. As we talked about it, you got to buy the part of,
you got to buy everything.
well, all of it. Yeah. All of it.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Just keep buying.
Visit Alpine Canine Reel. That's where all the videos.
And let me say this: if you do buy the videos, you can contact me on Facebook or email or so. But there's a phone number on the bottom here of this podcast, and you can call me.
Yeah.
Don't text me. Can I call you? Just call me. Don't text me. Just call me. I'm old-fashioned guy. You call, and if I can talk to you, I'll pick it up. If I cannot call you, I won't pick it up.
That's right.
Right? It's simple like that. It's a simple.
I mean, if
concept.
Hans could have just still the old phone with the dial-up. I mean, the thing that the rotary thing,
phone,
and just with a cord, and that would be perfect.
Well, it works fine.
Yeah.
I still have a phone. It's not a rotary.
Yeah.
But it has a cable, and people when I pick it up and people cannot hear me on my cell phone, and then they said, well, call me on this number.
If Hans could live in the woods in the middle of nowhere
and
with
then
a phone like that.
And people say, wow, this sounds so good. This phone is just amazing.
Yes.
And I say, I bought it like 25 years ago for $3.49 in Walmart.
Yeah.
It's true, actually. It was like $4.
Yeah, you can probably still get corded phones. All right, we're done reminiscing here of technology. So please visit alpinecaninерeel.com for the videos. Also, if you're looking for a puppy or a trained adult dog, Hans is your man. These dogs come in from the Czech Republic. They're flown in. They're not in the U.S.
Call me on dogs. Don't text me. I want to buy $15,000 dog. That doesn't look really good for you.
The information is below this video. It's at the beginning of the video, end of the video, all the contact information to contact Hans. Please subscribe and share. That really helps the channel. And that's it. And we'll see you guys next time.
Ahoy.